Superintendent of Schools, members of the Board of Education, distinguished guests, district administrators, faculty, parents, relatives, friends, and members of the class of 2019. Good evening and welcome to the annual commencement exercises for Wethersfield High School. The class of 2019 is now present and prepared for these academic ceremonies. To officially open tonight's ceremony, I'm pleased to introduce Mei Ching Shu, Vice President of the class of 2019.
As Vice President of the class of 2019, I am pleased and proud to ask you to join me in our Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Despite a small program malfunction, it is my pleasure to introduce the President of the Wethersfield High School Chapter of the National Honor Society, Katherine Edwards, who will call upon her fellow senior class members for the national anthem. Katherine?
I am honored to call upon my fellow senior class choir members who will sing our national anthem. Please join them in this tribute to our country.
Are we singing for child?
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you. I'd like everyone to please be seated. The members of the class of 2019 tragically lost one of their classmates, Vincent Paseo. At this time, please join me in a moment of silence in memory of Vincent. Thank you. There are a number of people that we would like to take a moment to recognize this evening. Kayla Condon and Aaron Key from the class of 2020, who are serving as marshals for this evening, and those faculty, staff members, and parents who worked so intensely in preparing these commencement exercises. Thank you to our graduation secretary, Suzanne Kadin, and Mrs. Karen Daly, who coordinated our graduation ceremony. Thank you to the parents who have coordinated, fundraised, organized, and who will be supervising the safe after graduation party at the community center. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the assistant principals, the athletic director, the school counselors, and the faculty members for their outstanding dedication and efforts in the education of the students at Wethersfield High School. This is truly a team effort, and the diplomas that are being presented this evening not only reflect the hard work of the students, but also the perseverance and commitment of elementary, middle, and high school teachers, central office administrators and staff, paraprofessionals, secretaries, custodians, security guards, maintenance workers, and cafeteria workers. Can we have a round of applause for all of them? So at this point, I'd like to have all the parents of the graduates please stand up. Congratulations and a large thank you are in order for you this evening. You have enabled your children to reach this milestone, and I know they appreciate your efforts. Thank you, and you may be seated. Now I'd like to have all the grandparents of the graduates to please stand. You have seen these children as infants, and now you see them on the brink of adulthood. Your nurturing and caring efforts on behalf of your grandchildren have helped make them the people they are today. On behalf of the class of 2019, thank you. I would now like to congratulate Elizabeth Veyer for achieving the rank of Salutatorian for the 2019 graduating class of Wethersfield High School. Elizabeth has been described as compassionate, understanding, hardworking, and a good communicator. She has strived for her best throughout high school. As a student who has excelled in our most rigorous academic program, Elizabeth felt invigorated by interactive classes where she got the chance to experience hands-on learning in the lab-style environment created by her science teachers. However, this future Bentley University student is looking forward to building on the business foundation she established while here at WHS. Elizabeth was highly active during her 4 years of high school, involved in 4 honor societies, an Interact club, and more recently she found herself exploring her inner thespian as an actress in Mary Poppins. Recently, Elizabeth shared that she has enjoyed Spanish class the most. During her sophomore year while in Spanish, they learned the salsa, and more recently took a field trip to New York City to learn more about Frida Kahlo. Elizabeth is excited about the prospect of majoring in business, where she can utilize her strengths in analytical thinking, collaboration, and attention to detail, while majoring in data analytics and minoring in marketing. When asked what it is about business that interests her most, she responded with, "I am most excited about the prospects of coming up with unique ideas with classmates and colleagues when presented with projects and tasks." Her conscientious and responsible attitude, combined with her caring and respectful nature, will make her a valuable asset in the business world. I am honored to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 2019, Elizabeth Veyer.
Good evening to the parents, faculty, friends, and families of the class of 2019. After 4 long, challenging, memorable years, we have finally made it to graduation night. When I was told I had to give a speech, an abundance of ideas popped into my head. Originally, I wanted to welcome you all in song, but I quickly realized that you would probably be expecting me to sing like 90s Mariah Carey, when at my best I can only sing like Mariah on New Year's Eve. So to save your ears from that catastrophe, I will just be taking the traditional route. Tonight is one of many nights that we will carry with us for the rest of our lives, hopefully. We will step on stage to receive our diplomas, turn our tassels, and begin our journey into the future. While we worked hard to get to this moment all on our own, I feel like it is necessary to recognize the people who have helped us along the way. Thank you to our parents, who have been there for us since the beginning, who sent us off to kindergarten and started bawling their eyes out the second we were out of sight. Speaking of crying, Mom, I have no doubt you already have your mascara running down your face at this point, since you literally cry over anything. I'm sorry. To our extended families and friends who have never failed to give us support, make us laugh, or give us advice on anything. Thank you for shaping us into the individuals we are today. You have stuck with us through thick and thin, and while we may not always see eye to eye, you've always been there for us. I would also like to thank all of the faculty at Wethersfield High School. We thank the teachers who mark us on time even though we may be late to class, who give us a generous grade for a homework assignment that we may or may not have done, and who manage to stay calm even though we give them a hard time. We thank our guidance counselors for making high school seem not so scary as freshmen, and for always making sure we stay on track for our futures. We thank the cafeteria staff for giving us a little extra cheese on our nachos, and the custodians for cleaning up that cheese when we drop it all over the floor. We thank our security staff for escorting us back to class when we get lost, and our nurses for sending us home conveniently before we have a big presentation. In addition, our office staff and vice principals for always being around when we have questions or concerns. Finally, we can never count out Principal Moore for teaching us the true importance and lifestyle of wearing our school IDs. So we got that going for us, which is good. But all jokes aside, Mr. Moore has to deal with us for the past 4 years, and without him, high school simply would not have been the same. Last but certainly not least, I would like to issue a very special thank you to the class of 2019. From preschool to 8th grade, I attended Corpus Christi School and did not know what to expect when I started as a freshman here at WHS. It was a huge adjustment. I went from learning about the Bible to learning about biology. Even though I was nervous, my classmates were the ones that welcomed me with open arms and helped me adjust to this environment, which I am grateful for to this day. Once again, a huge congratulations to my classmates for making it to graduation day. We got through homework, quizzes, tests, and projects. In the spirit of me being a former Catholic schoolgirl, I'd like to say a special prayer for those of you who got through college apps, AP testing, and Mr. Jensen's dreaded stats project. Amen. If you could get through that, you can get through anything. Although what I want to say next may sound cliche, I feel it is necessary to put it out there. I have big hopes for the class of 2019. In this world that is ever-changing, we will definitely face new challenges and struggles along the way. But I feel we can push through and change this world into a kinder, safer, and better place. You may not remember this speech, but if there's one thing I would want you all to take with you, it would be this quote by Lady Gaga. Fight and push harder for what you believe in. You'd be surprised. You're much stronger than you think. I wish all of you luck in each and every one of your future endeavors, and I know that the Wethersfield High School class of 2019 is destined to do amazing things. We have left our mark on WHS, and WHS has left its mark on us. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. All right, very good. And at this time, I would like to introduce our next speaker, the president of the class of 2019, Brenda Rodriguez. You're going to have to hold it down there. It's windy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the end of an era for the class of 2019. I would like to start off by personally thanking my beautiful family for all they have done for me to get me here and my amazing friends. I need to also quickly shout out my amazing mother who has done it all for us 5 kids on her own. So thanks, Mama, you're the best. Enough said about me, now let's talk about these amazing people that I luckily get to call my classmates. Bringing it all the way back to when we first became this graduating class of 2019. Middle school was our first encounter with each other, where we judged each other without even really knowing each other. Middle school was also the first time we graduated as a class until this very day. Fast forward to our freshman year of high school. We were back to the bottom of the social scale again, and it was such an awkward transition. We were on our own, and every decision we made reflected us. This was the first big step of us getting closer to being in the real world. Sophomore year, what could I have to say about that year? It was just like freshman year, we were just older. There wasn't really anything to talk about. We finally got rid of the TC classrooms, and it was the first year we got to be in the brand new high school. This was our comfort year, where we already knew a little, so we were okay and we're just floating by so that we could get out into the real world that we all thought we were ready for. Sophomore year was just the middle year of high school that had no meaning. Now we move on to finally becoming upperclassmen. This was the first year where we had to take everything seriously. It was hitting us that we were almost done with this high school. This year was also one of the toughest years for us as a class because we lost one of our own, Vinny Paseo. Vinny was never afraid to be himself, always stood up to bullies, and always cared for his friends and family, especially his beautiful mother, Lorena. Vinny always put others before himself and will be someone that we will never forget. Though some of us never knew you, you touched and changed the lives of people that we knew, and we love you and thank you for that. You are an amazing soul that was taken way too soon, and we will all carry you with us forever. Can we get a huge ovation for Vinny so he can hear us up above? But as we moved forward, being an upperclassman was not just about loss, it was about our futures. All the faculty was all over us about what we wanted to do with our future. The number one question of junior year was, where are you applying to college? Some of us were realizing maybe a university wasn't it for us, and we wanted to succeed another way. When the year was over, this was our last summer as a class to be together before everything changed. Man, does it feel so weird to be standing up here talking about our journey through high school and how it is almost over. Senior year, in one word, I would describe as stressful. The whole first semester, you are trying to apply to college, apply for scholarships, and just trying to figure out what you are going to say to these admission counselors so that they accept you into their school. All of this while you have to also make sure you are studying for quizzes and tests in your classes. This was the year with countless breakdowns about life while just wanting to be done with school. But when it came down to it, we are really not ready to leave this place. Between last pep rallies, homecomings, and dances, the last time sitting in our favorite teachers' classrooms or sitting in school counseling for their help. We had our final prom just last week where we all got dressed up one final time, and Monday we reminisced about touching high school memories at our yearbook banquet. These are the moments that will live with us forever, and we will someday tell our children. We will have some of these friendships that will last forever, and others will just be a bittersweet memory. High school has truly been a crazy ride, and I am happy and thankful that I was elected to be your class president for these last 2 years. It was an honor to serve you and do all the amazing things that I got to do for us. Before I end this speech, I would like to quote Mr. Teacher of the Year, Mr. Martin, who took this quote from his high school teacher. The quote is, "While your college friends will know what you do, your high school and childhood friends will know why you do it." As we all go out into the big, bad, real world and make a name for ourselves, we will never forget the people that made us who we are, and that is us. We have all helped each other become ourselves and grow as people. Oh, and trust me, I know y'all guys could never forget the loudest person in the school that has had the honor of getting to cheer for some of you. This is the end of a grateful era, and Wethersfield could never forget the mark that the class of 2019 made on it. Thank you so much. Now let's get our diplomas. Oh, really?
No question. I would now like to congratulate Haley Welchel for achieving the rank of valedictorian for the 2019 graduating class of Wethersfield High School. A dedicated, mature, science-oriented student with a stellar work ethic sums up this year's valedictorian. Haley is committed to excellence in many facets of her life, consistently enrolled in our most demanding courses. This future biochemist found comfort through the family-style atmosphere established in Dr. Gorton's AP Biology class, yet found her passion in Mrs. Troy's AP Chemistry class. The hands-on atmosphere, coupled with elevated expectations, helped solidify her pursuit of a career in the sciences. Haley has fed her soul throughout high school by volunteering at the Wethersfield High School semi-annual Red Cross blood drive, as well as a local 4-H camp in the summer, and the Out of the Darkness suicide prevention walks in town. An active participant in 4 honor societies and a semifinalist for the Connecticut Governor's Scholarship, Haley looks to raise the bar whenever and wherever she can. As a member both of the WHS soccer team and the WHS tennis team, Haley achieved the rank of scholar athlete in both varsity sports. In the fall, Haley will attend UConn Storrs, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that she is a student who will have an immediate impact on their campus. Recently, Haley shared that she is looking forward to possibilities such as study abroad, internships, research opportunities, and living and working with like-minded, science-oriented scholars in UConn's Women in Science, Math, and Engineering Residence Hall. It is my pleasure to turn over the microphone to the valedictorian of the class of 2019, Haley Welchel.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Good evening, everyone. I would first like to start off by expressing my appreciation and thanks for the many people who have helped me and my fellow classmates reach this milestone that we are celebrating today. To the parents, guardians, and friends who have shown us endless support, teachers who have passionately taught us each and every day, mentors, and the administration. On behalf of the Wethersfield High School graduating class of 2019, thank you. I found it harder to write this speech than any of the work that I've done throughout my last 4 years at Wethersfield High School. And this time it was not due to procrastination or the many final projects I had to complete or the stress and time spent preparing for the activities and events associated with being a graduating senior. Instead, I found it hard to write this speech because that meant that this is really it. This is the end of high school. I am so honored to be representing the class sitting in front of me right now, even though I'm not entirely sure how I got here. I feel so blessed that so many of you, as well as my family and teachers, have provided me with a continuous love, support, and guidance to help me get to where I am today. After today, this current chapter of our lives is going to finally come to an end. When you walk across this stage, it will finally be time to turn the page and create a whole new set of memories that will hopefully live up to and exceed those from the past 4 years. The special bond between each and every one of us seniors has certainly strengthened this year, as we have experienced many lasts together. I can say with certainty that even though there have been ups and downs, our senior year was a movie, and it's going to be especially hard to break that tight bond as we diverge onto our new paths that will lead us to our futures. This day has been long anticipated by some and dreaded by others. Whether we like it or not, the end has crept up on us and is now finally among us. It is up to you to determine what will be written in the next chapter of your lives. Each student sitting in front of me has had vastly different high school experiences, but what ties us all together is the uncertainty of our futures. Uncertainty might be a word that causes alarm, but understand that uncertainty is just another word for opportunity, an opportunity to create the best version of yourself. Graduation, yes, we really are graduating today, is a golden ticket that will allow you to reinvent yourself if you choose as you move on to your next chapter. Graduation is also an opportunity to build on your existing character, to hone your intrinsic desire to discover. Intrinsic desire, or motivation from within yourself, is something that is essential in creating a future you can be proud of. Though senioritis and senior slide is in full effect and has been for a while for some individuals, it is important to now take time to reflect on what drove you to success in high school. It may have been teachers or parents that propelled you forward to put forth your best effort in your classes. However, your future depends highly on your ability to find the passion and perseverance inside yourself, the grit for sticking to your goals for the future, and being willing to change those goals as you change yourself. When the motivation comes from within, no one can take it away. We have all heard that college is not filled with hand-holding, which is why it makes it so important to trust yourself and your ability to make the changes you feel necessary to make in the world. The graduates that sit before me are in fact our future, which is kind of scary but also exciting. No matter how big or small, the impact you make comes from that internal desire to succeed. You may be thinking to yourself, everyone always says you need to make changes in the world to have lived a fulfilling life, but how can I actually do that? I'm here to tell you that the first step towards changing the world is education. As Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Today, we're all taking that first step as we walk across the stage as high school graduates. If you're going straight into the workforce, trade school, or going to college, whatever it may be, the most important thing you can do is to continue to have that passion for learning and education. Being able to widen your knowledge and absorb those truths of life is the main goal of education, but it doesn't necessarily have to come from a college degree. Sometimes the best education is just experiencing and engaging with the world and remaining curious. Before you leave this evening, diploma in hand, be sure to make a promise to yourself. One of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves right now in this very moment is to promise to commit ourselves to the journey and not the outcome. Enjoy the journey and try to live each and every moment without regret. I have no doubt that mistakes will be made, but it is how you handle your failure and translate it into that positive learning experience that shows the true character of your personality. Wherever your path may lead you in the future, also commit to leaving a trail that others would be proud to follow. I hope that I was able to make an impact on you today, or at least leave you with some advice and guidance that will assist you as you start your new chapter after graduation. To my classmates, I wish each and every single one of you luck in everything and anything you choose to pursue in the future. And remember, graduation is only the launching pad for the amazing futures that you all have ahead of you. Life is what you make of it, so be sure to make something memorable and meaningful. May the rest of your lives be the best of your lives, and with the whole world of possibilities in front of you, the limit, in fact, does not exist. Thank you.
My name is Angelica Velez, and I am the secretary for the class of 2019. I would now like to introduce the mayor of the town of Wethersfield, the Honorable Amy Bello, who will offer her greetings.
Good evening. As the mayor of Wethersfield, I am honored to take part in today's graduation ceremony. I extend a warm welcome from our wonderful town to all here tonight and congratulate the class of 2019 on this joyous occasion. The parents, family members, and teachers deserve recognition and thanks for the love, support, and dedication that they have shown to these amazing graduates, for it really does take a village to raise a child. Graduation is a time to not only look back on the past and find pride in your accomplishments, to remember your successes and failures as you prepare to embark on your future. It is an exciting future. You have such opportunities ahead for each and every one of you. Throughout history, we have seen brave, intelligent, and hardworking men and women, young and old, do things for our country. 100 years ago, the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution was passed, giving women the right to vote. 75 years ago, the U.S. military landed on the beaches of Normandy in a pivotal battle with Allied forces against the aggression of the Nazi regime. 50 years ago, the United States launched Apollo 11, making history when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon. And 25 years ago, Yahoo and Amazon were founded and PlayStation was launched, forever changing the way we view and use our technology. These events occurred because people worked hard, they took risks, and they believed in something. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." So I ask each of you, what will you dream? What will you do to make our world a better place? Perhaps one of you will be that person pushing for equality through legislation, or fighting our foreign enemies in order to safeguard our values, or discovering what exists outside our planet and universe, or changing our life experiences through the use of technology. We have so much to be proud of, but there's still so much work to be done. Don't be afraid of the possibilities and of the hard work. Instead of being driven by money, be driven by your passions. Steve Jobs said it best, Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. In conclusion, I ask that you always remember, wherever you go and whatever you do, you have a cheering section here in Wethersfield. We're here to support you, and we wish you all the very best that life has to offer. Congratulations to the class of 2019.
It is my distinct honor to now introduce the Chairperson of the Wethersfield Board of Education, Mrs. Bobby Granado.
Thank you, Angela, and welcome to all of you who have made possible this extraordinary Wethersfield celebration of success in education. Graduates, as a former teacher who can brag that she taught at least a few of you as second graders, and as a citizen of a great little town, I am so proud of you. You have accomplished so much already, and you know you will find continued success in the coming years. Please join me in applauding the class of 2019. So here you are on the edge of the cliff called the rest of your life. Pretty scary, huh? Actually, it's okay to be nervous about what comes next. After all, whatever path you are about to follow will most definitely lead you into uncharted territory. But I have a hunch that most, if not all of you, already have set career goals and plans for the future. I'd also bet that most of you believe that reaching those goals will be the ticket to ultimate happiness. There's only one caution light blinking ahead. What if you achieve those goals and suddenly recognize that you are unhappy or unsatisfied, as in something is missing in life? It happens. Well, let me share with you what Joseph Campbell had to say about it. So who is Joseph Campbell? You might ask, well, for one, he was a brilliant academic writer and student of mythology. But two, his writings, his teachings, and his philosophies of life were the major influences on filmmaker George Lucas in the production of his epic series, Star Wars. Oh, that Joseph Campbell. But perhaps he is best known for the three words that define his philosophy of life, and they are, follow your bliss. What, you may ask, is bliss, and how does one go about following it? To answer the first question, Joseph Campbell defined bliss as a magnified emotional state of joy, personal fulfillment, and happiness. Think of it as the feeling of trepidation you once felt at the start of a roller coaster ride. You were fearful but yet excited at the same time. At one moment you were dropping like a rock, frightened to death. You may even have screamed, "We are not going to make it." But then it was over and you were filled with exhilaration. You did it. This is just one example of bliss. Perhaps you will find your bliss in a sport, or an adventure, or in volunteering in your community, in spending time in church, or finding your bliss even in solitude. Simply, it is that state of being that gives you a sense of fulfillment, joy, or even excitement. The point is, in a few short years, you may find that you have achieved everything you set out to do, and is well on the way of landing that dream career. But life has become so demanding of your time and attention that you are always doing something that is required of you. This would be a good time to follow your bliss. The truth is, no one can tell you what your personal bliss is going to be. The way by which you view life probably will shape how you define it. But just imagine living your life in such a remarkable state, working in a career that challenges and fulfills you professionally, while following your bliss that fulfills you spiritually. I have no doubt that this state of being is within your reach, but you can be assured it by being mindful of some very important things. First, statistics show that young people of your generation will have between 5 to 7 jobs over their career. Make sure that the path you take in the workforce is fulfilling, even exciting, and not just a paycheck. Second, surround yourself with diverse people who, by their very presence in your life, fulfill you. And third, focus on what invigorates you and uplifts those around you. Fourth, do things that give your life meaning and purpose. And finally, always seek an environment filled with love, concern and respect for others, and harmony. Remember, you are the architect of the happiness you can find in life, both professionally and personally. As Joseph Campbell wrote, if you follow your bliss, doors will open where there were no doors before, where you would not have thought there'd be doors, and where there wouldn't be a door for anyone else. And what's my bliss? Looking out over the sea of graduates right now. There are so many people here today who are proud of you. I think I'll leave it that this little town, this great little town, is rooting for you to leave your mark on the world. Congratulations to all of you.
It is now my pleasure to call upon the Wethersfield High School Choraleers, who will perform By Your Side and In Your Heart by Ruth Elaine Schramm.
Using all that you have learned, make this world a better place as you venture forth into tomorrow. Rest assured you are not alone. Let the river be your guide, let the sun be your warmth, let the trees be your shelter, let the wind be your course. You have nothing to fear, nothing to hide. And remember, I am always by your side. There is no mountain you can climb, no storm that you cannot weather. There's no desert you Let the trees be your shelter, let the wind be your force. You have nothing to fear, nothing to hide. And remember, I am always by your side. You have nothing to fear, you have nothing to hide. And remember, I am always by your side. And in your heart, by your side, in your heart.
Yeah, wait till they sit, all right, and then just hold this because it's blowing around like crazy.
Okay, thank you so much. I now have the pleasure of presenting a special award entitled the Wethersfield Board of Education Chairpersons Award. This award has been established to recognize the outstanding achievements of a Wethersfield High School student. This young man did not start his freshman year off quite right. With very few goals he had in mind. When he realized he was not on a path to graduate with his friends, something clicked. He learned he was the only one that he could determine his fate. It became clear to him that education was the way to achieve his goals. He became a true success story. He stopped looking back at mistakes he made with regret that often led him to become stagnant and choose to look at mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow and move forward. He did not want to be defined by his past, but could use his experiences to gain perspective and resolve to do better. He started stepping outside his comfort zone and joined the math team. All his teachers have commented on his positive attitude toward learning and described him as a cooperative, polite student who volunteers to help others. He gave outstanding effort, he was highly motivated and enthusiastic. He asked questions to further his knowledge and skill. This young man now received awards from both the business department and the math department this year. He will graduate with his class after working extremely hard for 3 years and also will attend college this fall. It is my pleasure to present the 2019 Board of Education Chairpersons Award to Dylan Alta Barca. I would like to call upon board members Elaine Steinmiller-Paradise and Chris Healy to approach the podium to present this year's Board of Education Awards of Excellence.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to see all of you, and I'm very proud of all your graduates. The Board of Education initiated the Wethersfield Board of Education Award of Excellence in 1995, and students in the graduating class have received this award annually at commencement services. The student receives a certificate bearing the seal of the town and the Board of Education, which is signed by all Board of Education members. There's criteria for this award. The student must be in the top 15% of the graduating class. The recipient is an outstanding school citizen who has performed significant service to the school and/or the community. The recipient is of sound moral and ethical character and has made a significant contribution to the school and/or community. This year's recipients are truly worthy of this honor. It is my pleasure to introduce the first 2019 Wethersfield Board of Education Award of Excellence. This student has an extremely positive impact on our school community, whether she's organizing our blood drives, volunteering to feed the less fortunate, or as an officer of 4 school organizations. She is recognized by peers and adults for all her leadership skills, and she takes pride in all she does without a thought to earning any accolades. She is witty yet humble, passionate yet tempered, energetic yet steady, overall an extremely well-balanced young woman who is clear on her priorities and commitments. She has a very strong moral compass and honed sense of social justice that comes out of her actions within the classroom and activities. This individual is the person who will politely question the status quo and inspire lively conversations in class to expand upon her comprehension of any given topic. She is a top student who isn't trying to be better than anyone, but herself, and she has established the highest of expectations that she is determined to achieve. I am very lucky to be honored to recognize Emma Moore, and she's a wonderful girl.
There you go.
There you go, sweetheart. There you go.
Good evening, everyone, on this beautiful evening. I am honored to introduce the second recipient of the 2019 Wethersfield Board of Education Award of Excellence. This gifted student possesses 3 strong qualities: integrity, leadership, and perseverance. She has learned an innate ability to achieve. It energizes her to learn. Every word that she speaks is sincere and thoughtful, never saying something just to be heard. She is humble. Her music ability is not just about talent, it is her passion which has brought about recognition from peers and educators. She shines each time the lights brighten the stage. While appreciating strong grades, she is fervent about solving the problem or learning the language. Her resolve made her a member of the National Honor Societies and awarded her numerous leadership roles in music. She accepts her honors with poise and appreciation. This is one student who cannot quench her thirst. If she's not studying for school, she's looking up her ancestry or any topic just to satisfy her curiosity. There is no doubt that she is and will be a lifelong learner and thrive during her undergraduate studies and beyond. And on behalf of the Board of Education, it's my privilege to present the second Board of Education Award of Ethics to Katherine Ginter. Give her a hand there, come on. Now I have the pleasure of introducing our Superintendent of Schools, who does a magnificent job and will entertain you with song and other magical tricks for the next 20 minutes. Mr. Michael Emmett.
As a veteran superintendent, I know you're getting really close to diploma time, so I will be brief. Last Thursday, I had the honor of attending the Wethersfield High School commemoration of the 75th anniversary of the D-Day invasion. The event was a moving tribute to our veterans and paid homage to those lost at war. As the ceremony drew to a close, students who were interested were invited up on stage to meet the veterans being honored. As the auditorium began to empty, I observed a sea of our students not heading to the exits, but coming up to the stage to meet and thank the veterans. And as I watched this unfold, I was struck by the connection between our students thanking our veterans for their sacrifice and our servicemen's appreciation of their remembrance. As you accept your diplomas this evening and begin your journey into the future, I urge you to continue to make connections. I don't mean connections as to how many followers you have on Instagram, but rather face-to-face connections where conversations are held and civil discourse is exchanged. Arthur Levine and Diane Dean wrote in their book, Generation on a Tightrope, that technology has created a connectedness, isolation, contradiction that makes students weak in interpersonal skills, face-to-face communication, and problem-solving skills. Those are skills that will be critical to your success. I also urge you to connect with your community. No matter where you may end up on your journey, strive to make a positive contribution through participation in civic opportunities and volunteer work. Demonstrate the compassion and caring that we know that you possess. Develop connections with others whose views and backgrounds are different from yours. You have many ideas and beliefs to share, and you also have much that you can learn from others. And finally, never forget to maintain the connection to home. Your parents, grandparents, and extended families have supported and guided you to this point. They will continue to be there for you no matter where you may land in your journey. Know that the connections you've made at Wethersfield High School will also remain strong. You have left a lasting legacy here, and you will always be a Wethersfield Eagle. So, to the class of 2019, I wish you all the best in the future. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Emma Moore, and I am the treasurer for the class of 2019. At this time, I would like to invite my father, Mr. Thomas Moore, the principal of the Wethersfield High School, to the podium for his remarks, followed by the presentation of the class of 2019.
I'm just fortunate there was no improv there. I would like to wish a happy Father's Day weekend to all our fathers in the audience tonight. On behalf of myself, Ms. Yusko, Mr. Cavalieri, Mr. Komar, and Mr. Maltesi, let me add our heartfelt and sincere congratulations to all the members of the graduating class of 2019. I must add that it has been an honor and a privilege to have been the principal at Wethersfield High School for these past 18 years. I am the only person between you and the awarding of your diplomas, so I will be very brief. Anything really I needed to say or communicate to you, I've attempted to do so over these past 4 years. Recently, a young student emailed me with a request for a recommendation, and I was struck by a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. associated with his email signature. And it said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep going." As a class, you should be very proud of yourselves and your accomplishments, as individuals, look forward to the future with optimism and positivity. Be safe and make good decisions. And now it's time to get down to the business at hand. Superintendent Emmett, Chairperson Granado, members of the Board of Education. As principal of Wethersfield High School, I certify that the members present this evening have completed the requirements for their diplomas or certificates as prescribed by the state of Connecticut and the Wethersfield Board of Education. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present to you the Wethersfield High School graduating class of 2019. Giving you the covers.
Valedictorian, Haley Marie Welchel. Salutatorian, Elizabeth Vare. Top 10 scholar, Jeremy Holla. Top 10 scholar, Alyssa Pierce. Top 10 scholar, Anthony Maluzzo. Top 10 scholar, Nicole Murphy. Top 10 scholar, Luke Johnson. Top 10 scholar, Allison Appel. Top 10 scholar, Katherine Ginter. Top 10 scholar, Sarah Gordon. Class President, Brenda Cecilia Rodriguez. Class Vice President, Mei Ching Shu. Class Secretary, Angelica Velez. Presented by her father, Principal Thomas R. Moore. Class Treasurer, Emma Moore. Abdulrazak Abdullah. Mark Acarpio. Matthew Acarpio. Summer Acosta Salario. Zoe Kristina Adams. Jordan Elizabeth Aducci. Aiden Ademi. Ayla Amatovich. Vanessa Ajodi. Dylan Aldabarka. Dino Alahadzik. Hope Allen.
On time, my friend.
Gabe Almeida. Grace Marie Amoroso. Jeremy Amparo. Chase Anderson. Ashley Leilani Anduja. Alec Arnold. Allison Patricia Ayers. Kate Ayers. Mark Bagdasarian. Robert Balasano. An honorary diploma for Vincent Paseo is being presented to his mother, Lorena Fruscianti. Sidina Bejic. Justin Baracci. Jack Blaisdell.
Thank you.
Ayana Blanco.
Thank you.
Ariana Bongiovanni. Monica Bongiovanni. Madison Elizabeth Bradbury. Jalen Kira Brayton. Shane Patrick Bresnahan. Presented by her mother, current town council member Mary Breton, Mairead Elizabeth Breton. Megan Bourbeau. Michaela Ashley Bucari. Dante Lucas Burgos. Alec Capasso. Natalie Casertano. Nathaniel Casarino. Edisa Sekujinen. Joshua Chamberlain. Austin Chase. Derek Schmielors. Lindsay Schmielors. Alex Chodorowski. Lauren Christie. Madison Cipolla. Keisha Claffey Hesselton. Lindsay Clark. Melanie Castilla Cohen. Marissa DeLuca. Danielle Colbeth. Aaliyah Cologne. David Cologne Jr. Jenna Rose Cologne. Paige Contenta. Evan Scott Copeland. Cameron Michael Carrazzo. Isabella Costa. John Crivero. Kayla Cruz. Jaron Shawan DaCosta. Serena D'Onofrio. Bora Debula. Amber Dawkins. Amanda Nicole DeJesus. Austin De La Fera. Tyler Frank De La Fera. Olivia Michaela DeStefani. Grace Ferguson Dietrich. Senia Deluvio. Sydney Dillon. Matthew DeMarcos. Michael Donnelly. Thomas Drake. Brianna Dreger.
Thomas, good luck to you. Take care.
Afton Dijek. Catherine Marie Edwards. Nicholas Edwards. Cameron Grace Marie Elliott. Craig Thomas Elliott. James Albert Erickson IV. Valentino Joseph Fazio. Anissa Kiana Ferguson. Presented by his father, former town council member Brendan Flynn. Liam Flynn. Anna Ali Foster. Abigail Grace Francis. Eden Elizabeth Fritz Aguirre. Christian Nicholas Gallane. Katherine Elizabeth Galusha. David Garcia. DeAndre Garib. Wilman Gaviria Rodriguez. Mark Generis. Scott John Giannini. Sophia Kristina Giartana. Amaya Deja Giscombe. Caitlin Campbell Glendon. Nicholas Goldman. Riley Grenier.
Thank you.
Jordan Juan Griffin.
I'll be there.
Lucine Gregorian. Kaylee Francini Guancha. Anthony Guerrera. Zishan Hayter. Rachel Hall. Austin Michael Harnish. Liam Joseph Harrington. Shannon Christine Hattie. Arelis Herrera. Nicholas Heatherman. Madison Hickey. Taya Hema.
Congratulations.
Holden Reed Hoon. Julia Angela Hughes. Matthew Elenardo. Luca Azila. Madeline Olivia Johnson. Alexander Jones. Kylie Marie Judson. Anna Amelia Kalasian. Arbor Carmenage.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Jared Miles Kaufman. Yvonne Corin.
Sharon, good luck to you. Good luck.
Megan Elizabeth Kelleher.
Good luck to you, sir.
Luke Joseph Kelleher. Maria Kelly.
Congratulations, sir. Good luck.
Kavi Kadar. Brian Klatt.
Congratulations, sir. Good luck.
Stephen Klatt.
Congratulations, sir.
Gabrielle Marie Clementon.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Agron Konjusha. Anthony Key. Brooke Keisha.
Good luck to you. Good luck. Proud of you. Proud of you.
Nathan Labby. Cassandra Landry.
Congratulations. You did it.
Matthew Laurie Jr.
Good luck.
Jasmine Lazou. Virtue Ogechi Leonard.
Good luck to you.
Jacob Lepore. Shania Lewis. Tatum Lewis Holcomb. Leah Jade Lynn. Gavin Lippett. Emily Litke.
Congratulations.
Jared Livingston.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Gabriela Concheta Lamonaco Ortiz.
Congratulations, sir. Two big things.
Anthony Lopez. Cheyenne Lucan. Jacob Malicki. Joshua Matthew Malizia. Presented by his father, former town council member Stathi Manusos, Michael Manusos. Brendan Mensaku. Dylan Marcatini. Callista Margiata. Patrick Martin. Sarah Maya. Abigail Mayfield. Presented by her father, former town council member Jim McAllister, Lauren McAllister. Naya McCall. Connor McCarthy. Halcyon McFarland. Hannah McGrath. Emily McKenna. Reardon Pierce Mertens.
Congratulations, good luck.
Tanya Messenger.
You did it.
Michael Lewis Messina.
Congratulations, good luck.
Logan James Miller. Melissa Merciev.
Congratulations, good luck to you.
Gora Mishra.
Congratulations, good luck.
Jamar Mitchell. Jacob Montrose.
Good luck to you. Congratulations.
Jacqueline Michelle Moquin.
Congratulations, good luck.
Rowan Moran. Logan Morris.
Got the job done. Good work.
Keenan Mujic.
Congratulations, good luck to you.
Layla Mushkich.
Congratulations, good luck.
Layla Mustabasic. Hannah Katherine Nardella.
Congratulations, good luck.
Aaron Patricia Nargi. Catherine Mary Nealon.
Good luck.
Mark Lewis Nieves.
Congratulations, good luck.
Fatima Nizami.
Congratulations, good luck to you.
Dylan Olson. Samantha Orpida.
Congratulations, good luck.
Genesis Ortiz.
Congratulations, good luck.
Crystal Angeli Ortiz.
Congratulations, Jennifer. Good work.
Sydney Olette. Morgan Pacheco.
Nice and easy.
Rebecca Papusha. Jenna Perry.
Congratulations, good luck. Congratulations.
Daniel Parker. Sasha Parmanand.
Congratulations, good luck to you, sir.
Forum Patel.
Congratulations, good luck.
Madison Pekoski. Jake William Peckrell. Kelvin Leonardo Perez.
Congratulations, Madison, good luck. Good luck to you, sir. Take care.
Luis Perez.
Congratulations, good luck to you.
Marina Pernoy.
Congratulations, good luck to you.
Vanessa Sundara Prankankam.
Congratulations, good luck.
Taylor Cleanthe Pitchell.
Congratulations.
Chi Po. Dorian Pravala.
Congratulations.
Alyssa Marie Prosperi.
Congratulations, sir. Good luck to you.
Mitchell John Quadrado.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Emily Ann Rafalo.
Good luck.
Kevin James Rashis.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Peter John Reed. Nicholas Joseph Riccio. Mark Wesley Rich III. Georgiana Rivera. Aaron Marie Robles.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Ryan Rodriguez. Elliot Rodriguez. Presented by his father, former Board of Ed member Raul Rodriguez. Raul Rodriguez. Martin Rizik. Jenna Sanzo.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Christopher Skaka Jr. Kelly Ann Scales.
Congratulations.
Brianna Scalora.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Jason Scalora. Isabella Nicole Scandura.
Good luck, you, sir. Thank you.
John Chavone.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Jacob Rennie Schlapfer.
Look at
Mackenzie Julia Scutari.
Jacob, congratulations. Good luck to you.
Dmitry Shaposhnikov.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Christopher Shekar.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Devin Sienna. Daniel Joseph Silva.
Congratulations, sir. Good luck.
Chloe Rose Sisson.
Congratulations.
Caleb Christopher Skoranek.
Good luck to you.
Masala Maya Solanise.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Jaden Isabel Stineski.
Congratulations.
Aiden Steck.
Congratulations.
Mackenzie Hope Stevens. Mason Everett Sunquist.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Caitlin Angela Swoverland.
Congratulations, sir. Good luck to you.
Alexis Marie Zemecki.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Chantel Victoria Turan.
Congratulations.
Derek Tenney.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Ariana Isabella Tessier.
Good luck, sir.
Liam Tilton.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Isaiah Timmons.
Congratulations.
John Tyne Jr. Mia Tugis.
luck, sir.
Adele Turkovic. Layla Turkovic. Michaela Angela Usello. Raphael Valentin.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Presented by her mother, former Board of Ed member Janet Vassell, Rachel Vassell. Samuel Vare. Lucas Villagra. Connor Wallowitz. Owen Weaver. Cameron Wong. Shun Wong.
Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Christina Marie Llaneros.
Congratulations, sir. Good luck to you.
Eliza Yousafzai.
Good luck to you. Thank you.
Sophia Claire Zagaya. Matthew Antonio Zapata. Ariane Zika. Ryan John Zwick.
Sir, good luck to you. Congratulations, sir. Very well done.
Two quick items. One, Mr. Miller, you did a great job in pronouncing everybody's name. Thank you for being their advisor. Secondly, as I mentioned to you, those are diploma jackets. Your actual diplomas, right, will be up in front following the ceremony. Come up and get your actual diploma, put it in the jacket, that way you'll have it. So. At this point in time, I now call upon the class of 2019 to please rise. Led by student class officers Brenda Rodriguez, Mei Ching Chu, Angelica Velez, and Emma Moore. I now direct members of the class to move their tassels from the right side of their motorboard to the left side, signifying graduation from high school. Our commencement exercises are now completed. Congratulations and good luck to all the members of the class of 2019.
Now I gotta do a pack. Well, actually, there's a carpet. I just thought it was this. There's a gas and this stuff. Or at least Steve on good enough terms to invite me to come back.
Good job up with this.
Maybe she'll see it. They're going out.